heights. Young barracuda watching for them great whites. Way bright stage lights. They might just take the pipe if I play it right. Aim tight, go bananas, take a bite. Hold the hammers, might take your life in your pajamas. Play it right and take a hike to Alabama. I'm gone. I be in and out the spot. I ain't got no time to talk. Nigga, I'm gone. I be on and off the road. I be living like a boss. Nigga, I'm gone. Shawty do it like a pusher. Knock the pussy out the park. Nigga, I'm gone. We been racing to the money. I been winning from the start. I'm in your city.
What's up, you guys? It's your good sis, and I'm back with this mess. Okay, I'm using this under this 107 section copyright act of 1976 for fair use and all that good stuff. Okay, it's scrolling down at the bottom. So 2 days ago, this man named Austin, all right, he is now disassociating himself from the Proud Boys and all of their tomfoolery. Now, I need you guys to understand that this is one of the reasons why, how can I put this? They really, this is one of the problems that we have with these guys. They don't really take accountability nor responsibility. And when things are going good, they want to be the head of it. But as soon as it goes bad, they want to quit. As soon as life gets too hard, they want to quit. Okay? As soon as they could be held accountable, they want to quit. You know, and the thing about it is when it comes to life and children in the United States, a lot of times we women, we can't quit or we choose not to. You know, and then we say, you know what, you got to do this and you got to do better and you need to help and you need to do this and, you know, you need to put in more or you need to put in at all. And they're like, you're too masculine. No, I'm not too masculine. I'm just picking up your slack. That's all. However, let's dig into this, okay? Look, I told y'all this is going to crumble. It's going to crumble because the foundation is made up of people who don't want to really, they have no foundation. They're not. And I'm not saying all of them. But the majority of the men in this little men's group that bash their own women, it's one thing to say, you know, I haven't had, a lot of success dating in my race. I'm going to date out my race and see how that is. That's one thing. But it's another thing to say, oh, the women in my race are this and they're that and they're horrible. And okay, all right, let's see how that goes for you. Because it's characters. It's a character flaw in a lot of people to want to blame somebody else for their shortcomings and what they can't do. So instead of being a better person or trying to figure out why do all these women keep saying this about me, or as far as women, why do all these men keep saying this about me? You attract what you are a lot of the times. Or you can attract the opposite of what you are. And if you're so lucky to attract the opposite of what you are, and if you're a slacker and a quitter and you attract somebody who's going to push you and make you not quit, child. All right, let's listen to this.
Groups are responsible for each other's actions and nobody can control anybody. Why? What do I mean by that? Make sure y'all give the live stream a like if you're not already. But why do I say that everybody, Passport Bros is kind of like it's a football team, right? If one person is playing wrong, the whole team looks bad. Okay? Let me turn off the chat. So if one person is playing wrong, the whole team looks bad. And the leader, which I never claimed to be, but the so-called leader or the football coach.
Now, you want to know something crazy? Is this man, he's denouncing being the leader of a football group, a coach, have you? But he is the same person that wanted to scream how Black women are not submissive enough and how they need to learn how to be followers. But if you can't even coach a team, how the heck are you going to coach? How are you going to be the head of a household? How? Come on, man. I don't really even know what some of these men think being the head of a household is. I don't even know what a lot of these men think having a submissive woman, like, how. It's not easy. It's not easy because you are in charge of so much. Being a man, a real man in a relationship, it is not easy. It's not, yo. It is so hard. And I think that a lot of these quote unquote passport bros, they just don't fit the cut. So they're looking for someone to give them praise for things they're not doing. You know what I'm saying? You know how you cheat on a smart person in the classroom and you turn the paper in like you did it yourself, and the teacher says, "Oh, you get an A. Oh my gosh," that type of stuff. Instead of actually doing the work. Because being a man, raising children, having a what, yo, we are not easy to deal with. Women in general, women, period. We are a lot. We're a lot. However, I don't care how hardcore or masculine a woman supposedly is. If she finds that right man who understands and is in tune and takes half of, or even, look, the majority of the weight off her shoulders, she will melt like butter and she will look, girl, you coming out? No, I'm gonna cook him dinner. You know what I'm saying? He working late. Girl, look, I'm telling you, y'all think women want to be, no, we don't. We don't want to be masculine. We don't want to be the heads of household. It's just a simple fact of the matter that every time we find somebody, they think just because they got a phallus between their legs, they know how to lead a household, and they don't. They don't. Can't even coach a team. You're denouncing being a coach of a team because you don't like how some of the players are playing.
If the team loses, that falls on him because he's the leader. And I say that because you got some dudes in the DR and people that are trying to become content creators in Pattaya and these other sex worker hotspots of the world, and they're getting online and they are filming. And I've said this before, a lot of these dudes are promoting sex workers and telling you that they're regular women. And a lot of y'all are being fooled. Seriously.
No,
A
we
lot of
not.
y'all are being fooled. Y'all
No,
think
we
that these
not.
dudes got these fit, feminine, submissive women, and they're paying for them.
We not food. Y'all are food.
And it kind of makes it hard whenever you got American women or other critics that come through and say that we're going over here paying for sex workers. When, to be honest, there's a few of y'all that are claiming passport bros, and I did not start passport bros. Let me make sure that's clear.
Once again, he's making
There are
sure
a
he's
few of
not
y'all that are claiming
responsible.
passport bros that are going overseas strictly just to pay. And hey, that's fine. You can do that. But I'm not doing that. And actually, back in January, Zoda Barber told me something. He said that he doesn't claim that because, and I knew this made sense when he said it, because it lumps everybody all in one thing. It lumps everybody for, so if he does something or if I do something, we all get thrown in the same umbrella. And there's a lot of stuff that you guys are doing that I don't even think about doing. There's a lot of clowns joining and claiming the whole passport bro label, and they're doing clown shit. They have no home training when they go overseas. A lot of y'all have no home training at all. And y'all go to these other countries and you're gonna end up getting killed, acting a fool, thinking you can talk shit about the people, thinking that you can be aggressive with people in areas that you really don't know where you at.
Okay, let me because you remember my last thing I did. If y'all didn't see the last thing I did about the passport bros, and I'm sorry for the no volume. I do these videos pre-recorded, so I don't really know it's messed up. But if you don't understand what he's talking about the men that are going into other countries and they're making it hard for everybody else because they're going out there and they're trying to treat them women how they treat black women. And the men are standing up for their women and saying, hey, we don't let you do this. I don't care if she is a prostitute. You treat her with respect. These men are the only men who think it's okay to put down their woman. I don't look. However, they feel it's okay. And then they go to other countries and think other people are going to do it because they do it. And guess what? They don't. So what he had got and what a lot of these quote unquote passport bros are getting is a wake-up call. Is a wake-up call. They're seeing how real men interact with women. They're not that. So they're getting in trouble by these real men. And you see how a fake alpha is when they well, I don't even like saying the word alpha because child, I just don't like it. But you see how a real man is, or you see how a not so real man is when he encounters real men in a real community. They back down. They put their tail between their legs and they get out of there. Oh, I'm not them. They're not me. I'm not one of them. It was all well and good when you was putting black women down and talking crap, but when you saw that men outside the country don't play that with their women, now you disassociate. Okay.
The governments are run completely different in most countries, especially over here in Asia. In South and Central America, those are democracies just like America. They might be corrupt, but they're still democracies. But here in Asia, you have monarchies. They're constitutional monarchies, from my understanding, but that's still a monarchy. You have communism. And yeah, no, that's not flying in those societies. A lot of the ways y'all behave is not flying that way. And believe it or not, I may talk a lot. I may say a lot of crazy stuff when I'm responding to people. I don't just talk like that all the time. Anybody that knows me personally knows I just don't sit around and just. I'm talking.
Don't just sit around and disrespect women like he does to black women online. That's what he's trying to say. Right now, he's trying to save face because they saw how he treat black women online and they're like, oh, you trifling. We don't want you here. You know, because for some reason they don't understand that when these men do this to their own women, it makes them look bad. And for some reason, they don't see that. They don't see that.
Talking about something that happened in particular, if you hear me badmouthing somebody, I just know how to act. Let's just say that. I know how to act overseas. But I do not promote sex work. And if you think I do, go find a video where I told you guys to go somewhere and pay for sex. Go find a video of me saying that. But there's a large number of dudes that promote it. And even when I tell dudes, hey, don't go over there and pay for sex, I can find it myself. I don't feel like looking for it, but I can find it. I've told dudes several times, don't go pay for sex workers overseas and enjoy regular women. And you can't complain about women in the States and then just go pay for sex. You need to actually enjoy that experience that you may not be experiencing back home. That's what I did. the stuff that I brag about when I was dating overseas is stuff that wasn't that easily attainable in the States. An
No,
experience that I
let me
couldn't really
get
get
this
that
right.
easy.
There is different cultures overseas. There is, and it's some beautiful cultures. But when it comes to love and dating and actually being a good human being to a woman, that is universal. If you can't have your, that's why so many quote unquote bad people are being a part of this passport bros, because they don't have any social skills, period. And that's why they couldn't get women out here in the United States. And that's why they go overseas and act the same way, because it isn't the women. It's not the women. It's not the women. It's not the women. It's not the women. Anyway, y'all, his video is a whole hour and 14 minutes of him copping out, backpedaling, and all that other stuff. If you want to go see it, you can go ahead. It's called I Am Disassociating Myself from the Label Passport Bros. I guess he's going to make a new label and be with that until it's no more good, and then he's going to disassociate. Child. Anyway, you guys, love you guys. I will talk to you guys later. I just had to come in and just y'all, I'm telling y'all. But I told you so. I told y'all, look, they're going to get a rude awakening. All right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed one.